IVF legislation. This all comes as the nation's largest Protestant denomination, the Southern Baptist Convention, voted to condemn the use of IVF at its annual meeting just yesterday. The resolution followed a nationwide debate earlier this year after an Alabama Supreme Court ruling said frozen embryos should be considered as human life. NBC News correspondent Aaron McLaughlin has been tracking this story for us. So, Aaron, talk about the significance and political implications of this vote by a religious group, the Southern Baptist Convention.
Well, this is being seen, Clay, as significant. The Southern Baptist Convention represents 13 million Southern Baptists. When they say something, Christian conservatives within the United States tend to listen. And I was talking to one of the architects of the resolution that passed on the convention floor yesterday, and he was telling me that he sees this very much as a call to political action. But the fact remains that it is deeply controversial among Baptists as well. There was Daniel Taylor, a delegate. He was speaking on the floor, talking out in favor of IVF, against the resolution. And he described to me his disappointment. Take a listen. Why are you disappointed by this resolution passing?
I think that some of the language is a little harsher than I would like. Some of the language implies that there is no use for IVF that is ethical.
Nevertheless, this resolution passed 60% in favor of the resolution on the floor yesterday. That is, of course, in stark contrast with what the majority of Americans believe, with an opinion poll showing that there is 80% support, north of 80% support from Americans for access to IVF treatments. And what this sort of is doing is creating a question mark in an election year around Republican candidates, especially on this particular topic.
Aaron McLaughlin for us. Aaron, thank you.
All right. So the Senate Republicans, they blocked a Democratic-led bill to stop the vitreal fertilization process. And now the vote was 48-47, with just 2 Republicans voting for it. Now, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, and you got Suzanne Collins of Maine, others in the GOP, said that the legislation went too far, instead signing on a scaled-back version that Democrats said was ineffectual, right? So the right to IVF act was brought up for a vote by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and the Democratic representative of New York, right? So she put the GOP in a political predicament less than 5 months before the 2024 elections. Now, Democrats said that the conservative-led Supreme Court's decision in 2022 to eliminate federal abortion rights means that access to contraception and IVF are also at risk. Now, introduced by Senator Patty Murray of Washington and Tammy Duckworth, Illinois, and Cory Booker, New Jersey, it would establish a federal right for individuals to access IVF, assisted reproductive technology services, for providers to offer the procedure and for insurers to cover it. Those rights cannot be hindered by the states, right? So, legislation will get a fertilized egg, the rights of a person. This is, and I can kind of say, like, especially as Christians, because, life happens, right? The sperm fertilizes the egg and during contraction, right? Conception. So at the end of the day, is you have the ability to, like, when embryos can be discarded, it's frowned upon, So, this is like it was almost passed, like this bill here. It's a really sensitive topic here. They said they sought to advance a narrow bill that will cut off Medicaid funding for states if they ban IVF. While all 49 GOP senators signed a treatment by Senator Katie Britt, I believe for Alabama, Republican, accusing Democrats of waging a partisan campaign of false fear-mongering intended to mislead and confuse the American people. It's interesting. We strongly support continuing nationwide access to IVF, which has allowed millions of aspiring parents to start and grow their families. Yeah, just another incentive, and a lot of women, get medications and things of that nature, and inject sperm and take one of their, eggs and fertilize it, creates an embryo. It's just various procedures, though. They said Republicans have introduced their own legislation just so they can pretend to address the same problem they said that doesn't exist. I don't know, man. But, what y'all think about this? I think I made a video about this, about the abortion, when the Roe v. Wade was overturned, a couple years ago. Some people had interesting thoughts on that, too. So it's no right or wrong answer here. But, what y'all think? You don't think IVF, it should be messed with? Like, should women or men in general have the rights, for the reproductive rights? Or you think this is hindering them? Or you think, like, Congress is getting too much involved, and controlling. I'm sorry.
Great meeting.
Controlling with human beings and their reproductive, rights and stuff. So, but I know like Southern Baptist churches, they're opposed to it. So, I mean, it was almost passed through the bill, but I just want to know what y'all think about this. Like, is this right or is this wrong? But I just found this kind of interesting here, though. So, I'm kind of neutral in a way, man. So it's I gotta see, like, maybe it's beneficial to some people, but like I said, when I was reading this, it said it has the ability to discard embryos. It's like, damn, that's still a formal way of murder and manslaughter, right? So that's a big issue we have right now, So even when I was reading the Bible, I was thinking, like, with John the Baptist, right? When he was born, he had Holy Spirit in him. Like he had a purpose. And what I was getting at is that every child that's born into this world have ability, to have life. Like they have a purpose. Like, the Lord breathed into the nostrils of man, right? So when human beings have a choice to take that away, due to any type of medical procedures or anything that they want, it's like, for whatever reason, it's just a way just to, slap God in the face and destroy his creation, or just not care for it. So I can see why, in the Christian community, we, opposed to it. But I just want other people's thoughts on here. Just let me know, comment section. Let's keep it respectful. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Thank you for the support. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'm out. Deuces.